Greetings, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy first quarter moon. The morning messages have been intermittent over the past couple weeks, and that's because I've been balancing a busy schedule with some time every day for spontaneity and for summer. And I'm happy to be back today with a message because I'm honestly super curious about how the month is unfolding. The complexity of the energies is unusual, and so I'm bringing forward a little bit right now of what I've been working with this morning in my daily practice. The word that I've chosen for today is vulnerability, and that is coming from a deep place on a personal level, and also what I've been guided to share with you through a couple of synchronicities that came up as I was dropping into the message. So I'm going to say first that the challenges I worked myself with the cards for new moon today as a way for me to focus this morning, and I'm bringing this forward because there's a challenge to this month in the sense of circumstances being Ace of Discs, meaning that brand new potentials are forming and they're, in a sense, completely amorphous and unknown. And yet, we, Knight of Discs, in awareness, are in a place of new mastery and confidence and awareness of our potential to create. And spiritual support of the Emperor is saying that we've got this, that the grids are already formed in the place of awareness. And in non-physical, the grids are formed. And so in order to bring the new potentials in, all we have to do is show up with and use our tools in the physical world. This is a super yang, super active spread, including the fourth card, which was the Prince of Wands, which is the card for Leo. A lot of activity. And so the word vulnerability, at least for me, is really resonating in an authentic place because I'm not sure exactly what to do. I feel the enormity of the potential, and I'm a little confused because things are super complex. So when I dropped in this morning to ask for an image after I threw my daily spread, I saw the Push Me Pull You from Dr. Dolittle. And I was pulled back into the message of the new moon, which was this need to make a choice of where we put our perspective and where we align with habits from the past and with trivial details and with physical circumstances or with big picture potentials. And that this month is a time to choose and align with what is being created, what we are creating, and how we are transforming from within. So the Push Me Pull You was an interesting hologram for me today. And then I was drawn to, and I will just say that I've been sitting with the complexity of the energies this morning and having trouble focusing even. I've got brain fog. I'm not feeling super coherent. And so I was intuitively drawn to look at the Sabian symbol, and then everything came together. So the Sabian symbol for 11 Leo is children playing on a swing, hanging from the branches of a huge oak tree. And so this is a specific reference, I love this, to the final card of the new moon spread, which was the Eight of Discs, the world tree, and the flowering of all the potentials coming into form, and at the same time being held by a container and by a grid. So I love this image of swinging on a tree and being held by the branches, which represent our teachers and our helpers and our guides, the lineages of wisdom teachings that support us, the traditions that support us, the higher selves, our higher selves that support us, the branches that, the foliage of the tree that shields us from the light and filters teachings in so that we're able to receive them, and then the spontaneity and the freedom of individual expression and the quality of youth that we are each holding. So, circling back around to vulnerability now, because there's a way in which right now I'm feeling the pressure. I'm feeling pressured to step into this and like show up and be the master of the life that I know I'm here. And at the same time, I'm feeling emotionally vulnerable and challenged to show up and stepping into new places and new territories. And so I love this image of being on a swing and knowing that I don't have it all and that I'm being held. And the push me, pull you comes back now to the up and down of the swing. So things are coming and going and ebbing and flowing. And it's a lot that's happening, and things are happening on a deep level and not necessarily all completely coherent yet in physical form. We're stepping into a really powerful full moon that has amazing auspices coming up on Monday. And so this is a time to be okay being vulnerable, keep committing to showing up, and know that you're being held and supported. And as much as possible, use your tools, the tools of the threes, which is the energy of first quarter moon, the tools of the threes to make a choice. And the choice can be simple, just to ask for help in the moment, or to choose to shift your frequency in the moment, or to choose an action works, or to choose an emotion and a responsive appreciation, or to hold space with compassion for yourself and others. So the threes are all about choice and action coming from choice and commitment. Let me drop in and see what the final part of the message is here. Oh, so as I was getting ready to record, I heard like a funny little bird song out the window. So here's the last piece about vulnerability and playing on the swing and remembering that we're young and that we are emerging into new territories and new worlds, and we might not totally have our wings yet, and we're held. So I heard a funny bird song, and there are often synchronicities with birds because I'm sitting here at the kitchen window as I'm pulling in the message. And there was a funny, just a inconsistent little bird song, and I was super curious, and I looked out on the branch, and there was a fledgling finch. And it was really rather humorous and sweet because the finch was singing but didn't totally have the song mastered, and preening and wobbly on the branch, not falling, and just like a little bit jerky movements, and it was so sweet and young. And so that went back to the push me pull you of contrast and of vulnerability and the swing of up and down and needing to practice, stepping into new places, and being willing and okay with being vulnerable. There's a quality now of innocence and new beginnings that may be disorienting and is also true and is also really strong. So use your tools, ask for help, speak the truth of who you are and where you're going, and know that we are in an amazing new place where we've never been. And so it's okay to feel vulnerable or uncertain at the times when you are. And know that you've got this and we have it together. Okay, so have a great day swinging from your tree, and I will be in touch again maybe tomorrow. I feel like I'll be stepping back into the daily messages again this week. So see you soon.